So, my package of copper wire for the catenary, the non-scenic part, has arrived, so I can now finally begin stringing up the overhead wires for the staging area. This is a non-scenic area, so I've built my own overhead wire setup, and basically now I'll be stringing up this copper wire onto the catenary here, catenary supports. Start with this section here, basically fix the wire and then curl it around the doweling. I've got 6mm doweling, which gives a nice round connection. Pantographs and bumping around. So now I've got a section here which I'll wrap around this piece of doweling here. Some tension. And around this one. This one. This one. Coming to a corner section, so check. Pantograph can stay on the. I have to check this one, and then we'll string it up. Keep the tension on this ready-made screw. So that's one section of overhead wire. And now we just string up all the other sections. I won't bore you all with that. Basically, we'll just have a quick look. The first four tracks will have electricity for the mainline locomotives and mainline freights, and the outer 2 tracks here will be for staging, so it'll be simple to put on cars there without worrying about the overhead wires, and they'll also be used by the freight trains run by diesel locomotives. Going on a gradual slope to the back corner, with farming area here on the upper level when that's put in, heading off toward Central City. I have automatic control of the system. That means that all sections have an entry and an exit detection point, mass detection of the axles, which is easily done with Markman 3 rail, here, here, and here. So the system will be able to see when trains enter a section, and when they exit, they will stop when they reach the second detection point. That's where they will stop, and they'll be then freed to run again by the system once the track ahead is clear. So all sections of the track, blocks of about 2 meters, will be detected. Here's another detection point. This is the end block just before going into the helix. The start of the helix, there will also be a detection point. And at the end of the helix as well, there's a detection. I've made my own detection point here. This will be painted and be under the ballast. And there's a detection track here now under the ballast. So this will be the exit and the entry point for the helix, and the system will be able to see when trains enter and exit the helix. Well, that's where we are at the moment. I'll have to stop now for a few days as it's going to get very hot up here again. Temperature's going to go into the high 80s outside soon. Oh well, that's summer. So, Catenary is, the overhead wires are completed. Strung all the wires, powered up, just to prove it. Pantograph down, the lights go out. Pantograph carriage has a RC circuit so that the lights don't go off immediately. I have to claim I learned that from Everard Junction. Very good channel. Okay, the lock is also ready to go. We'll give a little run around under the wires just to make sure everything's okay. Entering the staging yard, FIFO station on a track. And entering the helix. Experimenting with some ballast. I've got a mix of grey, light grey and some sand, and having learnt all this from YouTube, wet water, diluted white glue. This is my first attempt at ballasting Martin track, which of course for the top at the sleepers is already more ballasted, as it were, with the standard track. It'll go, the tracks will then go off into a tunnel over there and then down the helix.